the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
And good morning, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you out there. Even though my guests are not in any red, I'm wearing enough red for everybody. Virginia is for lovers as well. I got the red coat, the red hat. I even got red sneakers on today, which you'll have to trust me if I can do my flex. There you go. And a red hat, not only just so happens to be red, but of course, with support of the Olympics going on, Team USA. Welcome and thank you for watching Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips today. I got a great show as always today. I got a couple of wonderful guests. I'll introduce them in a second. First and foremost, though, whether you're watching us on Facebook, you know you got a couple of choices. WVBV TV Virginia Beach, WWDB TV as well. YouTube, same channels. If you don't want to support Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook, you can go to YouTube. That's okay. WWDB TV there, WVBV TV, and of course, Aaron's Hour. And tomorrow, 1 p.m. as always, every Sunday, DBTV.tv. You'll be able to catch previous episodes of Aaron's Hour. This show will appear in a couple of Sundays from now when I get it uploaded for David Bruner. And of course, at 12:30 p.m. local time, John, if you'd pop up the picture of the voice of 757, Aaron Phillips now is on TV. That's right. All these years that I've been doing radio and podcasting, now I do have a face for television. That's right. The voice of 757, which is all about the Hampton Roads area. And guess who my guests are going to be on today's show? Today's show is going to feature two individuals we've had on the podcast, one of which is currently sitting with me at my far left, your far right. Eli Colon will be on with Laura Halcomb of A Movable Solution. They will be my guests today. But more importantly, enough about all of them, because today's guest, he is sitting in between Eli and I. He is the author of a new book that's coming out called Don't PTSD Me. Mr. Carlo Moore joins us. How are you, my friend?
Good.
Great to meet you this morning.
Thank you.
I get a call from Eli this morning about 20 after 10 local time, and he says, hey, I'm about 5 minutes away. And I said, great, because I'll be downstairs in a couple of minutes to wait for you guys to come in. He says, no, Carlo's already downstairs at the pastry shop right next door. So I go downstairs to greet him, and it was like we said hello, like we've been long lost friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. We've been getting to know each other, and this is a great guy. His story is, I would dare say, is inspiring.
Yeah.
And of course, I have to tip my cap to Eli, because, Eli and I, we've only known each other, barely 6 months almost.
Yeah.
Which seems like it's been 6 years. But the people that Eli has connected me with for not only this show, but also the TV show, and just in general, the work that we're doing to help nonprofits in general in this town has been outrageously strong. And not only that, with Laura as well, who's part of the mix. But now to introduce me to you, is one of the many sprinkles that he continues to put on my ice cream. And thank you for making time to be with us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Looking to hear about more of the book, your background, and share that with everybody. But first, as always, before I get into our Vegas Unwrapped 2.0, let's say hello to John out in Las Vegas. Mr. John, what's cooking out there, my friend?
Nothing. The temperature's kind of dropped down to about 60, so we're not cooking much today.
60s, we're going to have, I think, maybe.
I got my long sleeve shirt
60,
on,
John.
You have your long sleeve shirt on, yes.
I got my long sleeve shirt on. Yeah, my jacket's right over here. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not a heavy winter jacket like mine.
Yeah.
Oh, is
It's got the trench coat.
Anything exciting going on in Vegas worth sharing today with the audience, my friend?
Nope.
Okay, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. All right, with that exciting introduction from John, it's now time for Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
All right, here we go. I got some stuff going on. I got news for you. Really, for the first time, a lot of my news stories is really all based on the East Coast this week. But as always, I always like sharing the stories of people who win money. Because when you win money, you generally don't know what to do with it. And you got 3 people, 4 if I include John, that can really use some financial support if you're looking to make some donations. I got an author. I got a guy who's all about.
We got a million nonprofits.
We got a million nonprofits we're trying to support. But anyway, a Hampton man wins $1 million top prize in the Virginia lottery game. And here's one thing that I'm going to share here in the state of Virginia. If you win a lottery, $1 million or more, you have the option of being called anonymous.
Yep.
the state of Virginia protects your identity for any winnings $1 million or more. So a Hampton man purchased a Virginia lottery tickets at Raceway Carleton on Carleton Boulevard in Carleton. He's tried to say that 10 times fast. Won the $1 million top prize in the 20X money game. So Virginia law, as I said, permits prize of $1 million for the folks to be anonymous. Mr. Anonymous says, and I quote, "I've dreamt about this day. I know I'm not going to sleep." You know what? I don't blame him. I probably wouldn't sleep either.
I would have stayed anonymous too.
Here's really. Here's the one thing though about all lottery winners. John and I talk about, we laugh about this all the time, especially in Vegas where, you know, you have the slot machines, nickels and quarters and dollars and $5. How much money did somebody actually put out over a lifetime before winning?
Correct.
Sounds great. The guy won $1 million, but maybe he spent $900,000 over his lifetime trying to get this.
And his gain is probably like 100,000
before taxes.
before taxes.
Right? So, but anyway, listen, we should all have that problem, right? So I'm happy for this individual. Next time, hopefully, it should be one of us sitting here. The prize marks the third and final top prize claimed in this particular 20-time the money game, prompting the game's closure. So when all three top prizes are won, they actually close this game. But check this out. The chance of winning the top prize in this one particular game is 1 in 1,795,200. So 1 in 1.8 million. The odds of winning any prize in that game previously was 1 in 4. So if you spend $1 to get the ticket, you might get your $1 or $2 back. That's considered a win, right? The winner said he plans to use the money to pay off debt. But this is really the caveat that I love about the state of Virginia, what they do at lottery. And you folks out there in Nevada, you all should take note, especially when it comes to the educational system. So the winning ticket was purchased in Isle of Wight County, which received more than $4.1 million in lottery funds for K-12 education. Lottery winnings go towards education. In fiscal year 2025, $901 million was entered into the K-12 school budget here in the state of Virginia. So to you out there in Clark County, state of Nevada, what would you all do if you had $900 million extra in your budget, no matter what those casinos say out there about wanting to keep every dollar in the business?
Signs.
Yeah.
There will be signs.
Right. Exactly. All right. We were talking about this before we went on the air. John, do you remember the TV show, The Rockford Files on TV with James Garner?
Of course. Do you remember the commercial or the woman that he did the commercial with for the Kodak film cameras?
Angie Dickinson.
Mariette Hartley.
Mariette Hartley. That's right. That's right. Well, they're going to be doing a reboot of The Rockford Files. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, they wrote me to get permission to use my image on a couple of the episodes.
And then you woke up from your dream and everything was fine, right?
No. I've been watching that. I'm looking forward to that, but I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a challenge meeting James Garner's, personality. So we'll see. I'll give it a shot.
If you have the picture that I sent you this morning, if you could pop it up, if you would, please.
You sent me a picture this morning?
I did. There you go. That's the one right there. Actor David Boreanaz, who's, of course, from the Angel, Bones, and SEAL team. And I love this guy. I really do. I like his acting. He's been tabbed to take on the role of James Rockford in the reboot pilot. I think it's a great selection.
Yeah,
not only in appearance. I mean, he looked very similar to the classic James Garner in that picture,
close.
didn't he?
Very, very close.
But I'm really looking forward to it. Now, what I'm interested in,
that too. Even the hair too.
yeah, even the hair, the whole thing, the square jaw and everything. I hope that they modernize it in terms of bringing it into the current time. I don't want them to reboot it in 1974. Okay, maybe he's a long distant relative of James Garner's.
You want to see the age progression, not the age progression, but the timeline progression.
Hey, the timeline progression. So, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be coming out sometime later in this year, early next year.
I can't wait.
But yeah, that should be. Let's see. And a newly paroled after doing time for a crime he didn't commit. Because that's the way the show ended. As a PI, you can get caught in a lot of this stuff, and as a law enforcement, you can probably talk about some of this too. I'm just saying. Anyway, he returns to his life as a private investigator, using his charm and wit to solve cases around LA with his charmingly gruff exterior, which of course He is. Boreans has that exterior. Masking a strong moral code. It doesn't take long for his quest for legitimacy to land him squarely in the crosshairs of both local police and organized crime. So if this is going to be after he spent time in jail for a crime he didn't commit, as the way the original series did, that means the timeline has to progress, right? All right. So I'm looking forward to that.
And if not, we're gonna have some problems.
If not, come see us. We'll give you some clues. All right. Now, if you're looking for you guys are sports fans. I'm obviously wearing a Yankee hat. We've talked about that before. You're a sports guy. If you want to get a part-time job, the Norfolk Tides, our AAA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles, they actually have some openings going on this year right over here at the Norfolk Tides field in Norfolk. So if you want to get become a groundskeeping assistant, it's an intern position. Okay. If you want to be a part-time bat boy over at Harbor Park, you can do that. Game day grounds crew, taking off the tarp and all that stuff. That sounds like fun. Broadcast production crew member.
Oh, yeah.
That's perfect, please.
Yeah.
Somebody
make it,
over here.
right? Exactly. I did look at the position. It has nothing to do with being on microphone or camera, but that's okay.
Close enough.
Guest services representative or promotions team member. I think that's the one that's like down on the field or you're in the the promenade and stuff. So if you're interested in any of those positions, getting involved with the team locally, go to www.milb, not just MLB, milb.com/Norfolk/team/employment-opportunities. And it did say if you want to submit your resume for full-time consideration, it gives you a email. So I did submit my resume.
Nice.
Just for them to consider maybe, some commentary team people, just so they have it on file in case
Look at you like you're overqualified, man.
I know. Right? That's it. I'm so tired of hearing that. You're overqualified for this. These positions, if I wanted to just goof around and have some fun with, I would agree with that. But hey, they said full time. I submitted my resume because I did commentary I've done commentary for pro wrestling. I've done commentary for basketball.
Doing it all locally, might as well do it for them too.
Absolutely. All right. So Norfolk Tides people.
Especially with these job cuts. You better start calling now.
I know, right? Exactly. Anyway, sorry, my phone is ringing. Oh, hello. Yeah, right. Wouldn't that be?
When's your interview now?
Yeah, exactly. All right. In all seriousness now, we're going to change to a relatively serious topic. How many times have we driven through school zones? Buses there.
I don't want to talk about it.
That little stop sign comes out. Red lights are flashing. What are you supposed to do?
I had a whole debacle with a situation like that.
Do tell.
So I was on my way home, and I know my street better than anyone. I've been living there for years.
Sure.
I used to drop my nieces and my nephew off at the bus stop, so I know where the buses stop.
Okay.
Obviously, we all know Chesapeake school buses have those cameras now on the school buses where you have to stop. If not, they're going to take your picture. You're going to get a lovely ticket in the mail in the court summons.
That's correct.
I surprisingly got one.
Oh.
Right? So I'm like, let me watch this video because there's no way. So I'm looking at this video and I'm like, I recall this situation very clearly. I'm approaching a school bus that's about to stop. I know where it's going to stop. The yellow light has just turned on, but they're still not moving. I mean, they're moving still. They're not stopped.
They're not totally stopped yet.
Correct.
Okay.
So they put the sign out when it stops. The first little part in the front and then the stop sign on the side. None of that was still out. They were still in motion.
Wow.
Yellow lights were on, but because I was going 35 on my street, there's a small window to stop before I'm brake checking all the people behind me.
Gotcha.
So I'm just like, all right, continue. No. I get a ticket in the mail. I'm like, okay, the video shows that I did not have enough brake distance. What is going on? I went to court. It was during the holidays. They wanted to meet quotas, and I still had to pay nice.
How much was the fine, if you don't mind me asking?
It was like $350, almost $400. Wow. And that's without court fees and all that stuff.
But here's some good news with that. Supposedly, these citations do not affect your points on your license.
Oh, it did for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you know why? Because they just said, it's Eli. Let's just.
They probably just saw this bald guy behind the license that's a veteran too, and decided let's make his life a living hell.
Exactly. All right. So here's the thing. So new school speed zone camera enforcement program, automated monitoring puts the brakes on dangerous driving. So the goal of this program is to promote changes in driving behaviors and raise awareness on the impacts of speed-related crashes in school zones, work areas, and as you were just talking about, residential communities.
Right.
And it's funny because the other day I was going somewhere with my wife, and we were going up from Princess Anne towards Independence on Baxter.
Okay.
And there was a bus coming this way. But if you guys know that road, there's that big median.
So you don't necessarily have to stop because they're not going to cross over, but you have to.
So I actually said to my wife, okay, and the light had not turned red yet. It was still yellow on the bus. And as we're approaching, I said, do I have to stop because I'm on the other side of the median? My wife, who is, as you know, you're going to learn right now, she was a school administrator for 40 years. I said, do I need to stop on this side of the median? She said, no, I don't. So I kept going, no big deal. So if I get something in the mail, I'm giving it to her to pay. Okay, you got that. All right, so here we go. So that's the purpose of this. So we know why the program is important, but let me share some statistics with you about accidents. Drivers traveling in high-speed zones is alarming in Virginia, including in school zones. In the beginning of 2023, Virginia Beach Police issued 366 citations related to speeding in Virginia Beach school zones. This is compared to 374 in 2022, only 203 in 2021, but listen to this number, 1,076 in 2019. Was something going on in 2019 that affected everybody's world of thinking?
Come on, COVID.
I'm just saying. Yeah. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday to Friday, crashes in school zones were documented at 48 in 2022, 29 in 2021, 35 in 2020, and 42 in 2019. Now, this is according to research from the Virginia Beach Public Works Traffic Engineering Division. Now, speeding also contributed to nearly 29% of vehicle crash fatalities in the United States in 2023, according to the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration. All right. So here's what's going to happen to speeding drivers. As you just mentioned in your story, automated cameras will monitor the speed of vehicles as they pass through school zones. Photos and video footage will be taken to identify vehicles operating at speeds above the posted limit. Date, time, and location for the violation, in addition to speed and license plates, are going to be documented. And once identified through the license plate, the driver will be mailed a citation in the mail.
What's even funnier? It doesn't matter who's driving the car. If it's in your name, it's
your
ticket.
If it's in your name, it's your ticket. Right, exactly. That's like liability of drinking if you're hosting a party, right? I mean, so.
And they even have monitors that monitor for 15 miles an hour for school zones now.
I don't doubt it.
25.
So here's where camera monitoring has been implemented so far. Red Mill Elementary School, Centerville Elementary School, Great Neck Middle School / John B. Day Elementary School. Now, later this year, so all of you listening in these areas, you better be ready. SeaTac Elementary School, Bird Neck Elementary School, Woodstock Elementary School. Isn't that upstate New York? That's a far drive. Salem Middle School, Salem High School, and North Landing Elementary School Technical and Career Education Campus. So that's coming before the end of this school year. So take note. Now, for next school year, 26-27, Creeds Elementary, Newcastle Elementary, Bayside Middle School, Beatty F. Williams Elementary School, Brookwood, Rosemont, Hermitage, and Holland Elementary Schools. So make note of all those areas. Now, key details about the citations. Photo enforced signs will be placed on the speed limit signs in those areas, alerting drivers to watch and slow down. Enforcement happens when schools are in session, including when children enter and leave the building. Flashing lights in school zones indicates that the cameras are actively monitoring vehicle speeds. Warning period, the first 30 days after a camera is installed, violators will receive a warning notice. Violations, though, after this period will be issued citations. Violations will incur a $100 fine per offense. So you must have gotten multiples that day for $300.
It was just the overall court fees total and then having to go in and talk to them.
Oh, okay. Everything in, gotcha. And last but not least, according to this, photo speed violations or 0-point traffic infractions will not be added to driving records unless your name is Eli Colon. For more information on this, all right, this is all public service, folks. For more information, visit virginiabeach.gov/safe school zones. virginiabeach.gov/safe school zones. So, all right, Virginia Beach, you've been warned.
Yep.
All right, with that ends Vegas Wrap 2.0. When we come back on the other side, enough about all that stuff. It's time to get going with this gentleman to my left, Mr. Carlo Moore, author of a book called Don't PTSD Me and More. Hey, he's got a book signing coming up too. We'll be right back.
Men, are you disappointing your partner in the bedroom? Let's cut to the chase. Are you suffering from erectile dysfunction? 50% of men between the ages of 40 to 70 experience some form of ED. If you are experiencing ED, there is help without pills or needles to even worry about. Coastal 757 Aesthetics has new technology for men called Apex RF. Apex RF is a modern, non-invasive treatment that uses radio frequency to strengthen tissue from the inside out, resulting in better blood flow to the penis and a happier life partner. Call Coastal 757 Aesthetics at 757-481-4036 for a free consultation. That's 757-481-4036. Coastal 757 Aesthetics. Care for all phases of life.
Is your credit card debt getting you down? When that student loan payment is due, does your cable bill go unpaid? Are you ready to throw in the towel because you do not know how to financially survive? The Miliari Group is ready to educate you on how to get out from under the pile of debt and retire as a tax-free millionaire. They eliminate student and credit card debt and help families set their kids up for success. For more information, call 956-532-2349 or email williamsastria961@gmail.com or scan the QR code to meet with us. The first 100 calls will receive a free will. So, call 956-532-2349 or scan the QR code now and learn how to become the millionaire you always dreamed to be.
Does your house need a new paint job, a bathroom remodel, or a new fence around the yard? With 40 years of experience, Different Strokes Painting and Handyman Service handles all type of work inside and out and from floor to ceiling. Different Strokes offers great value and great quality. Call Craig today and schedule your free estimate by dialing 757-395-9999. That's 757-395-9999. Above the rest, they show up and show out by making your vision come to life.
Sometimes I'd like to smack old age right in the kisser. Ow!
I always get the best parking spot.
I think she needs a little more help.
Monday?
What I really need is a boyfriend that can drive at night.
I can make a fashion statement out of anything.
I will be fabulous.
I have a little crush on my pharmacist.
With Comfort Care at your side, you can live your best life possible. We know families can't be there 24/7, which is why we can help with as much or as little home care as you need. From medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands, so you can live in your own home on your terms.
I won't let aging stop me from being me.
Call Comfort Care now and let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match.
Can you show that number again? She was texting.
Together with Comfort Care, you can both live your best life possible.
All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, coming to you coast to coast. I'm Aaron Phillips, because otherwise the title of the show would make no sense if I wasn't. Because if it was like Eli hosting it and Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, it wouldn't make sense. Anyway, joining me now, proud to invite and welcome officially to the show, retired veteran, right? Retired
Yes,
military?
Yes, sir.
Current law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
What branch, by the way, of law enforcement? Who do you serve for law enforcement?
Well, I was with Isle of Wight County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, okay.
Right now I'm in between going to another agency.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Notice he said agency. He couldn't tell us where because he'd have to kill us both afterwards. But more importantly, he's an author of a couple of books. This one is already out, Don't PTSD, and then we have Don't PTSD Me. And then John, yep, there you go. If you would, so this is the current book, which, by the way, I've been told will be autographed in person because
Yes,
I do collect. The only thing I ask for of my authors when they come on the show is an autographed copy of the book. This is not autographed as of yet, and it will be proudly displayed in my library at home. And then another book, which is what you have an upcoming signing for. John, if we could put up the other graphic, please, if you would. There you go.
Yes,
if you're standing around, you're wrong. And we'll talk about both books. But this one, when is this due to hit, or has it?
That comes out March 14th.
March
on
14th,
Amazon.
right ahead of St. Patty's Day.
Yes, sir.
So about a month from today.
Yes, sir. Yep.
And when that book comes out, you have a signing schedule. John, if you could pop up the signing flyer for me. See, I come prepared. I got all the animals. There you go. So talk about that if you would, please.
Yes, sir. That's the book signing for the release of my next book coming out March 13th. So that book signing will be April 3rd.
Okay.
That'll be at the El Rodeo in Windsor, Virginia, and it's from 5 to 7 p.m.
All right. As someone who's relatively still new to this area, even after a year and a half,
About an
where is
hour.
that relation? Where is that location relation to where we are right now?
So you know where Suffolk is at?
Yes.
So if you on 460 that cuts straight
Okay.
through Suffolk,
Okay.
it's the town right next over.
Okay. So from here, it's about what?
An hour.
It's
About
an
an
hour
hour.
drive.
Mhm.
Okay. Well worth it because you're at a restaurant, so you can eat while you're there, which is
Perfect.
good planning,
Yes, sir.
by the way. So do mark that on your calendars here for in around that area, or whether you're in that area or you're close enough and you're willing to take the hour drive, go up there, get dinner, meet Carlo, get a book, and really do yourself a favor. All right. Before we get into the books, I want to delve back a little bit to your background and history and how you got to penning these books. So
Right.
military, how long did you serve?
18 years, retired
Okay.
Navy. senior
Navy,
chief.
okay. In the Navy, I always think about I mean, you get tired of the song, don't you? From the Village People. right?
Yeah.
In the Navy. But seriously, especially in this town, obviously, Norfolk is like the landing spot for all Navy military,
Absolutely.
right? That's what I mean. We have the shipyards here and
Large
everything.
space.
What did you? Yeah, that's right. What did you do in the Navy? What was your position in the Navy?
So I was a aviation machinist mate.
Okay.
That means I was
You fixed the airplanes.
fixed the aircrafts,
Okay.
and then worked on helicopters.
Okay.
Did instructor duty.
Okay.
Worked on the ship. So
Okay.
primarily aviation.
Gotcha.
was
Well,
my
thank you for your
job.
service.
Thank
You're
you.
remiss if we didn't not saying that for sure. And thank you to your family who supported you.
Yeah, absolutely.
While you're in the,
Absolutely.
we always say thank you to the veteran, but we tend to not recognize the family that
Family
supports
part.
the military
Yes,
person as well.
yes.
So thank you to them as
Yeah.
well for supporting your endeavors
Thank you.
in protecting all. Because without you, we wouldn't be sitting here freely today doing this shtick on streaming. Okay, so 19 years. You
18
said
years.
18 years. And then from there, what was your progression from once you left the military?
Yeah. So I knew that I wanted to do something else.
Okay.
Other than aviation.
Okay.
I didn't want to stay in aviation.
Sure.
I kind of fell out of love with it, but I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do. So I told my wife one day, I said, I'm going to be a cop.
Okay.
She was like, okay. I was like, I think I can do it.
Well, military personnel make great
They do.
law enforcement, don't they?
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
because of the
Some-
discipline and
Mhm.
structure, right?
Yes, sir. To some degree. And we have the discipline, we have the structure, we have the yes sir, no sir,
Sure.
LT, lieutenant, all
Respect,
that, the
all that.
respect
Yeah,
thing.
sure.
I wanted to go into another profession where I can still make an impact.
Mhm.
I wanted to do something completely different, and it ties into the title of my next book was If I'm Standing Around the Wrong Way.
I have to give you a disclaimer. Every once in a while, you may see me chuckle. It has nothing to do with what you're saying, except if I'm looking at him. But if you notice
I am
there,
funny looking.
if you notice on the screen, John is Marine, dating back to
Oh.
that. Okay. So all right. So need I say more? Do you see what he put in there?
What's your
You see-
favorite
he put-
color crayon,
he
John?
put squid in there.
Squid.
Okay, because we have a dear friend in Vegas. We did a wrestling podcast.
They are the best chauffeurs in the world.
Best chauffeur.
That's everywhere.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Chief will pop in at some point. And there he is. I
There
see
you
he's
go.
Chiefy. I see you watching right now. So you're not alone this morning. So there he is. So you see, right? Well, it's not showing up on there. Oh, my wife, there she is. Oh,
There
there
we
she is
go.
watching. Holy cow! She's bored.
It's because I'm here.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. There's a story which we'll tell you later that he was at the house. We were talking business. My wife walks into my office. She doesn't come to me. She goes right to him. So she
I
don't
get the
care.
first hug.
But Chief, Thomas Glenn, he's watching. I'm sure he'll pop in with a comment here and there. And he's also Navy. And the two of these guys, John and Chief, oh my God, I'd sit in the studio and I'd be taken for cover because squids would be thrown all over them. Anyway, so I'm sorry, I digress.
No, you're
This is
good.
what happens. I'm like a cat following that red light all over the
Yeah.
place. So you want to get a law enforcement, police, the discipline, and all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yep.
so go from there.
So I did that. Said, I want to go into another profession where I can make an impact.
Sure.
And in the military, as a senior chief or a senior enlisted leader in the military, you kind of like become a people person. You have to, right? Because you're in charge of so many people, hundreds to 200, so many people. So taking that talent and putting it into law enforcement, where I'm not afraid to talk to anyone. I just had to learn the lingo and how to be do it the right way as a police officer.
Okay. So where were you a police officer?
So I started with the Isle of Wight Sheriff's Office.
Which is where?
There's Carrollton, Smithville.
Oh, right, where we were talking about that guy who won the ticket?
Yeah, the ticket. That's why I said Raceway. I heard about it.
Okay.
That could have been you, man.
Yeah, it could have been. Windsor, parts of Franklin, going to the Southampton County line.
Gotcha.
So big county. It's about almost 400 square miles.
Wow. Okay. A lot of coverage.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yep.
So you did that for how long? You still doing it?
No, I did that for 2 years. I did patrol. Then I became school resource officer at the Smithfield Middle School for a little bit. Did that for a little bit.
My wife can understand that because she, as an administrator at the 40 years. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Okay. And then last summer, some changes was coming up with my wife's schedule. She's Navy Reserve, so deployment was coming up on
thank
her
you to her
end.
too.
Yeah, thank you. And I was like, hey, she's leaving, so I need to be home with the kids.
Okay.
And then I just put a pause on my law enforcement career, going somewhere else, but. Then the government shutdown happened. Then everything, you want to make God laugh, you tell him your plans, right? So right now I'm just waiting to go to another agency right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. So, but in the meantime, it's not like you're sitting around. Talk about your kids. How many children?
Yes, sir. Yep. 3 girls. 19, she's Norfolk State, freshman at Norfolk State.
Okay.
Nice.
17.
J. Cole?
Funny story about it, right? So she was at the student center when she FaceTimed me, and she's like, J. Cole was here for like 2 minutes. So when he got there, when he got into the parking lot, it was so crazy that they wouldn't let him out the car.
Sure.
So he's like, "Oh, I'm going to HU." He went up to
they said that he was there for 2 minutes because the second somebody tried to open his door, he's like, "No, I'm out."
Only
there for 2 minutes.
If you're not feeling comfortable, man, not that I can relate to that.
Yeah.
But,
so
so you got the 19-year-old,
17-year-old daughter. She's in King. She goes to Kingsford High School, and then we have the baby, 7 years old, but she's still my baby. All girls.
All girls. See, I have twin girls. I have twin daughters that are now going to be 32. So how come my hairline is like this and you still have hair on top?
I don't know.
I need another secret.
A lot of brushing.
I did 7, okay, and now I'm like him.
A lot of brushing. The grays is coming out in the beard.
I know. I feel you. How did you guys meet, by the way? Let's talk about that. How did you guys meet?
So we met. So we have an event coming up on the 23rd with Social Blend, and it's celebrating Black History Month. It's our mental health series, and he reached out via our Eventbrite link because he wanted to have a speaking platform, and he was like, "Is that an opportunity for me?" So I get introduced to him by our founder Chris, and I'm chopping it up with him. We're on a phone call, we're exchanging emails, and I'm just like, "This is meant to be," and good for him for making the initiative, taking the initiative to reach out, because if you don't knock on the door, you're not going to know. Yeah, you don't know if it's going to open or not. So he did, and we had a great conversation. I got to know him and his story. We talked for about an hour and a half.
Yeah. So this is recent then.
Yeah, this is
because
only
then shortly after
3 weeks ago.
Because then shortly after that, I get an email. Hey, Aaron, you got to want to meet this guy because he's I'm like, okay. And then he mentioned that you were speaking because at that event on the 23rd, we were just talking about this. I've been asked to actually be the MC and host for this event. So I'm going to be there with you. So I'm like, all right, we might as well, you got the threesome happening right here, the hat trick right here, So this is relative. So that's, it's one thing I've learned with Eli. If he believes in what you doing as the connection that he's making, he literally is a professional connector. Then he will put his weight 1,000% behind your project. And by him reaching out to me says a lot about what his belief in is you with your book and what you are doing, for him to say, hey, this is somebody you should talk to and maybe have on the show. So this is how Eli and I have developed our working relationship over the months and literally the months, we were just talking about 6 months is all we've known each other.
We've done years worth of work already.
Exactly. Multiple years of work. So I was just curious to how you guys met. So it's fast happening, man. I mean, buckle your seatbelt. because if he's going to attach himself to you like a rocket, you're in good hands.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good. So let's talk about, this is your first book, right? Don't PTSD Me. So talk about this here. This book traces its origins back to your time in the Navy, meaningful chapter in life. So let's talk about the book, how this came about.
So that book came about from, that was originally, my first book was going to be a leadership book.
Okay.
Originally, it's back in COVID times, 2020. So I had the time. We all had the time at home, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm going to write a book about leadership. Things changed 2 years later. I went through some things and went through the process of medically retiring from the military.
Okay.
And it turned into, I'm still writing on this book, and I scrapped the whole idea.
Oh, wow.
And it turned into me opening up about my mental health journey. And don't PTSD me. And the reason why I picked that picture is because at that time I was screaming for help. I felt like I was screaming for help underwater, and nobody was listening to me. They just wanted to label you and, hey, package you up, go figure out life as a veteran, package you up, figure out life as a veteran. So I didn't want to be labeled. Don't just PTSD me, right? Which is just hypothetical.
Don't slap the tag on you that you're just PTSD and that's it.
Absolutely. And then doing that, I met so many veterans that felt the same way, that, you know, we have so many underlying issues that don't get addressed because they're just labeled and put in a box and put away. And then that's when you have the 22 a day, the suicides for veterans. So
is that what it is? 22 a day?
That's what I don't know if current now is.
No, that's okay. It's a statistic.
That's across the branches. So.
That's all the. Oh wow.
Yep. So
I just got chills.
I mean, I only did 7 years in the Navy, and I lost like 5 buddies. So in 7 years and 5,
it carries with you.
It carries with you, and it happens to everybody, and it happens way too often.
Yeah, way too often because like we've learned to compartmentalize in the military.
Even when regular health stuff too, because people fear that, you know, advocating for their own health.
Sure.
To not get reprimanded. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm still sitting here with the number 22 in my head that you just shared. I mean, that's
not going to go away.
Yeah.
No, that I want to. It's a creepy number. I mean, I don't have another adjective to throw out. If I thought about it, I probably would. But 22 a day on average across all. Okay. I remember back in Vegas. You know, to me, to say thank you to a veteran for me takes 3 seconds to respect what has been done, because without, I didn't serve. I grew up at a time where the draft was not in place. That I didn't need to serve. But I remember this one time, and John, being a veteran of Vietnam and everything, can appreciate this. Back in Vegas, my wife and I went out for dinner at a restaurant. We were sitting at the bar area because the restaurant was packed. And this couple sits down next to us, and I noticed the gentleman was wearing a Vietnam veteran baseball cap. And of all the veterans, right? I mean, you guys would know this better as well as anybody, that the veterans who served in the Vietnam War got a raw deal coming home.
Absolutely.
Okay. They didn't ask to go in. They went in and participated in a police action and all that stuff. And when they came home, they were like booed mercifully, keeping it politically correct. So anyway, so we got to chat with these folks, and the gentleman got up to use the restroom, and his wife and I and my wife, we were all just chatting. And so I just decided to order a beer for him just to say thank you.
Yeah.
You would have thought when he came back, I don't know how to describe it when I said that this beer was to honor him and thank him for everything that he did in his service during a time that was very difficult. Just the tears started flowing. And this guy was a big boy. He was a manly man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to see the tears flow because we recognized him by saying thank you and getting a drink for him. I asked his wife what his favorite drink is, you know, was like worth its weight in gold. And to recognize all military, retired, current serving, future, those that are, I was at my CrossFit gym yesterday, and one of the coaches just talked about his son. Her son was shipped off, originally going to Hawaii, but then he got detoured and is going, I forgot, I think in Tennessee or Oklahoma, wherever for training. So, you know, it's just crazy to think the stresses in what they do. Okay, enough about that. So talk about now, what was your audience for this book? Was it other military personnel? Was it other folks to realize, like the doctors who meet with former military? What was your original audience for this?
So that book, to me, this is so raw.
Okay.
It is I was on the tail end of getting ready to retire.
Okay.
And writing my thoughts out. So the audience was for veterans that didn't have an outlet, the veterans that were put in a box, put away. Hey, don't speak about your feelings. Don't talk about anything. And it was just me sharing my story, honestly.
Okay.
It was just really just me being raw, authentic in my feelings with what I was going through. And then it led into meeting so many other people that were like, man, Carlo, I felt the same way. I thought about suicide. I thought about, drinking so much and depression. And Carlo, was just putting my thoughts to paper, and it attracted so many people that it just turned into something.
Because they could relate to it.
They could relate to it, absolutely.
Where's the book available for people to purchase right now?
Yes, sir. That's on Amazon.
That's on Amazon. So just go on Amazon right now. Don't PTSD me. Carlo Moore. Just check it out. What is it selling for on Amazon? $17.99.
Oh,
I don't know. I was. If you act now. Okay, so before we're going to transition very quickly to a break, because then when we come back, we'll talk about the other book. But John, if you could put up the Champions for Champions flyer, because this is succinct with what we're talking about. This upcoming Thursday, the 19th of February, I have the distinguished honor to interview Bone Crusher Smith, former heavyweight champion. You see there in the red trunks at FFX Theater, who's another supporter of the Chamber and works closely with Eli and some of the things that we do. Live interview with Bone Crusher. Champions for Champions is a series of interviews of Bone Crusher, and you also see Ray Mercer there in the yellow trunks. Bone Crusher will be live and in person with us. Ray will be on Video Connect with us at FFX Theater, February 19th, this Thursday, 6 p.m. Your tickets, if you go online, you can also purchase your ticket to also get food from Moe's Barbecue and Grill. They are the exclusive food provider at FFX Theater, located on 16th Avenue between Atlantic and Pacific, down by the water. We've tried this event 2 other times, but Mother Nature said, oh, no, you don't. And so this time, come heck or high water, we're going to have this event down there. And as a matter of fact, a little birdie told me that a certain author, Carlo Moore, is actually going to come in attendance and check it out.
I think that's why the snow came, because they wanted him there.
They wanted him there, right? That's right. You couldn't come down 2 times. And rumor has it, maybe we'll bring a couple of these books. We maybe get Bone Crusher to sign it. Maybe have a little special, Bone Crusher with it. We'll figure some stuff out. But anyway, so please come on down to the 19th. Go to ffxshow.org is the website. Click on events. Scroll down to February 19th. Click and come down for this very special event. All right, with that, we're going to step aside for a final break of the show, because then after that, we're going to go right to the top. I haven't even fired my crazy questions at Carlo yet. We'll do that on the way back.
22 took it sideways. That's why.
I know. That's it. You're not kidding. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
It's not just you're here for 2 years and you're gone. It's you have a community, you have a network.
It doesn't matter where you came from or what you've done in the past. Everybody has the same opportunity here.
The financial resources, the community aspect of it, really important for your first 2 years of college. And you get that at TCC.
We take family real serious here at TCC. We're a community, hence Tidewater Community College.
Sometimes I'd like to smack old age right in the kisser. Ow!
I always get the best parking spot.
I think she needs a little more help.
Monday?
What I really need is a boyfriend that can drive at night.
I can make a fashion statement out of anything.
I will be fabulous.
I have a little crush on my pharmacist. With Comfort Care at your side, you can live your best life possible. We know families can't be there 24/7, which is why we can help with as much or as little home care as you need. From medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands, so you can live in your own home on your terms.
I wouldn't let aging stop me from being me.
Call Comfort Care now and let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match.
Can you show that number again? She was texting.
Together with Comfort Care, you can both live your best life possible.
Does your house need a new paint job, a bathroom remodel, or a new fence around the yard? With 40 years of experience, Different Strokes Painting and Handyman Service handles all type of work, inside and out, and from floor to ceiling. Different Strokes offers great value and great quality. Call Craig today and schedule your free estimate by dialing 757-395-9999. That's 757-395-9999. Above the rest, they show up and show out by making your vision come to life.
Is your credit card debt getting you down? When that student loan payment is due, does your cable bill go unpaid? Are you ready to throw in the towel because you do not know how to financially survive? The Miliari Group is ready to educate you on how to get out from under the pile of debt and retire as a tax-free millionaire. They eliminate student and credit card debt and help families set their kids up for success. For more information, call 956-532-2349 or email williamsastria961@gmail.com or scan the QR code to meet with us. The first 100 calls will receive a free will. So, call 956-532-2349 or scan the QR code now and learn how to become the millionaire you always dreamed to be.
Men, are you disappointing your partner in the bedroom? Let's cut to the chase. Are you suffering from erectile dysfunction? 50% of men between the ages of 40 to 70 experience some form of ED. If you are experiencing ED, there is help without pills or needles to even worry about. Coastal 757 Aesthetics has new technology for men called Apex RF. Apex RF is a modern, non-invasive treatment that uses radio frequency to strengthen tissue from the inside out, resulting in better blood flow to the penis and a happier life partner. Call Coastal 757 Aesthetics at 757-481-4036 for a free consultation. That's 757-481-4036. Coastal 757 Aesthetics. Care for all phases of life.
Hey, welcome back. Don't eavesdrop on our conversation. Welcome back to Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. You know, we were talking about the Champions for Champions event that I talked about before break. It isn't my bad. I've got so much brain space in my capacity. This guy boxed in the Navy, right?
Yes, sir.
So talk about it real quickly. I mean, that's why you're coming. You don't care about. He's coming to see Bone Crusher.
Yeah.
Talk about
Ray
Mercer's going to be on video. He's not going to be in person, but you'll be able to chat with him. So how long did you box? What was your record? Did you think about pro? Talk about that.
So I grew up in a foster home. So
I bet in there you had to fight a lot.
Picked on a lot in New York, and
you're originally from Brooklyn, right?
From Brooklyn,
and it's New York too.
Yep.
That's right.
My uncle was like, "Hey, we need to find you a gym." Started fighting around like 15, 16. Started boxing, and then joined the Navy. The Antoine Fisher story. I was like, I got.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I gotta go. I got put onto the All Navy boxing team by Coach Reggie out of 757 boxing.
Wow.
So from 2009 to 2012, we traveled, boxed for the Navy, All Navy, the Armed Forces Games in San Diego, California, Golden Gloves.
Did you ever think about going pro?
So I did go pro.
Okay.
2013.
Okay.
I had my first pro fight, which I lost.
Okay.
Right. By decision. And then I triggered the Bernard Hopkins effect because Bernard Hopkins, his first pro fight, he lost.
Okay.
But then he went on a streak.
Sure.
So then I ended my career 4-1-1. And I always wanted to fight professionally as a chief, right?
Okay.
I fought back in 2012, we fought against the Marines. That's why when you said he was a Marine, I was like, oh my God, the Marines. I have a close friend, Jamel Herring. He was Olympian. He was from he served in the Marines. He was on the all military team. We was all military team boxing together. But I turned pro in 2013. Always wanted to fight professionally as a chief, and it's hard to fight professional on active duty.
Okay.
Because the schedule, leading deployments, and all that. So once I got my chance to fight professionally as a chief, that's when I was like, okay, I'm done. No more weight cut, no more waking up, running the weight. Then I
achieved my goal. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. All right, that's cool. No, that's very good.
Yeah.
John, one last flyer. Can you pull up the trivia flyer real quickly so I can give that a plug, and then we'll get to the new book for Carlo, if you would, please. Now, this week is a very busy week, so if you have nothing to do on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, the 17th, this is in support of the VirginiaBeachHistory.org. It's the Princess Anne County, Virginia Beach Historical Society.
Jeez, that's a mouthful.
It is. You should see their business card. It's about this big. Come on down Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It is a trivia contest night. A certain guy by the name of Aaron Phillips, the voice, for some reason has been tabbed to host this event as well. I've hosted everything from trivia nights to rock, paper, scissors tournaments in Vegas to support a nonprofit. Listen, I could probably talk about paint drying. Anyway, so that's the 17th. Come on down. That is going to be held at Ocean Eddy Seafood Restaurant. Team trivia and prizes, $5 donation per person, $10 per team. Ocean Eddy will donate 20% of sales for this event. Couple of hours, so come on down. Great food, fun. VirginiaBeachHistory.org. Come on down. Support. Are you good with trivia?
Depends.
The fact you
If
haven't had to
it's-
hesitate to answer
If
with
it's
no.
The Office, oh, you got
Oh,
me.
The Office.
You got me.
If there's a buttload of Batman trivia, we're all
Yeah,
over that.
yeah.
All right, let's talk about the new book. John, if you can put the picture back up of the other book, if you would, please. There you go. If you're standing
Nice-
around, you're wrong. Talk
nice
about
cover.
this book,
Yeah,
please.
if you're if you're standing around, you're wrong. So in the military,
You just gave me.
yeah, Eli knows exactly where I got it from. So let's say, Aaron, we have to. You got some workers to come move everything out of your office, right?
Okay.
And you're like,
I
hey,
wish. Where were they when I needed them? Anyway.
and you come up here and you're like, okay, let me check on the guys. Let's see what they're doing, right? And then you see like 1 or 2 people just kind of like on their phone, just not. And you're like, hey, we need to get out of here. And if you're standing around, you're wrong. You need to be doing something.
Okay, now that makes sense.
So that's what our thing was in the Navy, right?
Okay.
You had to be doing something. Put a twist on it for military, for veterans transitioning from the military, right? Coming back into the civilian world that they left so many years ago. That's so different. My thing was do something. Find something to do to take the time not only for your physical health but for your mental health, because if you're standing around and not doing anything after you leave the military, you're wrong because you're doing yourself with injustice, right? Your mental health and injustice. So that's the title. It was just, if you're standing around, you're wrong. Go do something. So in that book, I talked about my transition, how hard it was, how some days I still have it from transition from the military to civilian world.
So that's so that book is about transitioning out of the military into civilian life.
Yes.
Okay. And you give tips and things and suggestions.
Yes, sir.
John, could you put the flyer back up for the book signing, please, on April 3rd? We'll talk about that as well. There you go. April 3rd, 5 to 7 p.m. at El Rodeo Mexican Restaurant on East Windsor Boulevard up in Windsor. For those who are geographically ignorant like I am, because I'm new here, that's about an hour-ish drive up in the Suffolk general area. So if you're in this area and you want to go have dinner with a significant other, bunch of friends, I encourage you, please go up there, have dinner, listen to Carlo about the book, pick up, he's going to do a book signing, sell the book, buy the book, because you know what, you're helping him directly continue his mission to help others that's been afflicted by PTSD and the mental health concerns that many of us have. So go check that out as well. That book will also be available on Amazon.
Yes, sir. March 14th.
March 14th. So 1 month from today, right ahead of St. Valentine's Day. So buy your book before you get sloshed on not Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, so that this way you remember you bought the book beforehand. Or get drunk, buy 1,000 books online of his, and then that'll make him happy too. So how long did it take to write that book for you from beginning to end?
So that book wasn't that long because I learned a lot from writing this book.
Okay.
So that book was probably about a year.
Okay. And how long did it take you? Now you did a rewrite on this. How long did it take you from very start, rewrite, to get it to the point where it is now?
4 years.
Okay.
4 years.
Yeah.
It took a lot just because I didn't, the things I was talking about in that book,
right?
One of the things I was talking about initially in the book, I wasn't feeling at the time anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So my life was changing. Everything was changing about my life. So I wanted to talk about the raw feelings I was going through.
If somebody watching right now wants to reach out to you for support, or what's the best way folks can reach out to you?
Well, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
Find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram.
And it's Carlo, Carlo. Do not put an S on the end there.
Or else you won't find them.
Or else you'll find somebody else.
Yeah, it's not going to be him.
And last name Moore, Moor with the E on the end. So check it out. He is on Facebook. So yeah, by all means. And you don't mind if somebody has to reach out just because they need support.
No, not at all. Not
okay.
at all.
Get the book. Go see him at the signing. Talk about the 23rd again.
So 23rd, not this Monday, but the following Monday.
Oh yeah, happy Washington's Day, President's Day, whatever we're officially celebrating.
There you
go. I think they're just calling it Washington's birthday, but I always thought it was President's Day, where they combine his and Lincoln.
When everybody's sitting at home, I'm actually going to be in here with you, hanging out.
That's true. Me too. I'm going to be working too. It's just another day. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
February 23rd, not this Monday. Following, we'll be out in Waterside, Norfolk. Over at Saltine, with those nice tall buildings where the grain is, right inside of there. From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have our
Those
lovely,
grains are taller than you.
beautiful, handsome papas over here emceeing for the night.
Yeah, was there a color theme or anything I need? Because I got to get the right
fantastic.
wardrobe. Well, I don't. Yeah, but I usually have my jackets.
Here, give me one. It's a mental health series. Go teal or purple.
Okay, I have purple. I have something. Okay, that's why I'm asking,
There you
dude.
go.
I got to fit the theme. You know what I'm saying? I want people to. They're going to talk
You
bad
are
about
a
me.
theme
I'm
by
a
itself.
walking theme.
Okay.
So what time does it start on the 23rd?
Starts at 6 p.m. Goes until 8 p.m.
Food?
So it's going to be at Saltine. So you'll have happy hour specials. You can get some nice.
But it's all out of pocket.
Yeah.
I'm the host. You buying for me?
Of course I'm going to buy for you, Aaron. Come on.
Eileen, you better be hungry because you're coming too.
Boom.
That's my wife. Because I know if you don't care about me, I know you'll make sure she's taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But he'll be speaking, and we have some other people coming out to speak. But this is about him.
Yeah, this is all about him. That's a week from this Monday, the 23rd.
Yep.
Come on the 19th to FFX Theater. He'll be there too if you want to see him in person.
And if you want to reach out to him, and maybe Facebook is a little hard to find him or get to him, you can contact me directly, and I can.
Or just reach out through the show.
Yeah.
And we'll connect. You can go to the Facebook page. You can email me at aaron@thevoiceof757.com. You can email me at aaronzauer2021@gmail.com. Just whatever. We have ways to make you contact them. You know what I'm saying? All right, real quickly, as we're almost down to about 5 minutes. So you know what I'm going to do to you right now. Remember, I warned you before the show. I got some questions that had absolutely nothing to do with anything, but we're going to have a little fun as well. So these are questions designed for rapid fire, quick response, no phone a friend. You can't turn to him for help, nothing. This is all about you. Who's your favorite actor, male side, of all time?
Denzel Washington.
I get Denzel so much.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite actress of all time?
Sandra Bullock.
Oh, see, I knew we'd connect.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. That's good. Favorite all-time movie, so that when it comes on your airwaves, you grab your significant other, you grab your favorite adult beverage, you turn your phone off, you don't want to be bothered for X amount of time. What movie is that for you?
Antoine Fisher.
We talked about that before. All right. Very good.
Because it's my story. It's almost my story to see, so I can watch it.
So let me ask you that. What's it like to see your story essentially be portrayed like that? I mean, to say that could have been me. That is me. What's it like to see that up there?
It's hard not to cry.
Okay.
Get
emotional. Right?
Get emotional, very emotional, because you see, it's not to the T, but very, very, very close about finding his family. Yeah, finding his family, finding his biological family, and me going on the searching for my biological family while I was in the Navy. And so Antoine Fisher all day.
It was freaky, right?
It was.
Goosebumps?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So I think I already know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. If a movie were made specifically about your life, who would you like to see star as you?
Who I like?
I'm surprised. I thought I would know.
I thought it would be an instant. Yeah.
I thought it would be instant. But go ahead.
I don't know. Who'd you think? Aaron?
No, well, I thought for sure you would say Denzel because of your like for him. But do you know who Charles Woodson is?
Charles Woodson, yeah.
You look just like him.
Raiders, right? Wasn't he?
He played for the Raiders, but he was a Michigan Wolverine. In college. But yes, he played for the Raiders, the Heisman Trophy and all of that. He's ESPN analyst on College Game Day. Or not college, on Fox. But you look like him. You look like him in his prime when he played ball. without the gray. Look it up. Seriously, you look like Charles Woodson. All right. I would ask John to confirm that, but he says, I thought I recognized you. Okay. He doesn't know who Charles Woodson is. Anyway, okay, so let's move on. Favorite genre of music?
Country.
Really?
Country.
Okay, you threw me for a curve.
Are you a singer?
Yep. No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm glad you asked that because my next question to that is, you're driving down the road, you hit a red light, you stopped. Okay. What is your all-time favorite song? So when it comes on the radio, you're doing karaoke in the car and you don't care what anybody sees you doing. You could be doing the Elaine Bettis, whatever it is. What song is that for you to be doing karaoke to?
Sam Hunt, Speakers. The acoustic version too.
Love it.
So serious.
This is what I love because I get to find out all this fun stuff about my guests too. That has nothing to do with anything important, but what makes him tick. All right. Favorite vacation spot that you'd like to go see someday?
Been to before or never?
No, that you'd like to go to. Because obviously in the Navy you probably traveled, and maybe there's a place you'd love to go back to as a civilian, but a place you haven't been to that's on your bucket list.
On my bucket list would be in Hawaii, honestly.
Never been to Hawaii?
Never been to Hawaii.
Any particular island?
No. I just never, in the Navy, we've done all East Coast cruises.
So okay.
Everything on the East we've been to.
Okay.
I never did anything.
Would you want to go see Pearl Harbor?
I do. Oh, yes, sir.
I've been out there.
Yeah,
it's
really?
I was out there with one of the radio shows I did back in the day when I was talking to you about how I got started. We went out there for the Pro Bowl. I was at the Pro Bowl in 2009. I was the sideline photographer. They set me up to do that, which was a lot of fun, by the way. But we went out to Pearl Harbor, and it was very surreal.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about chills.
It's still a moment.
Oh, absolutely. You walk out on that bridge to the memorial, and you are standing over the ship, and you still have the oil slick on the top of the water. I mean, it's freaky. Okay, how are we doing on time? Okay, I got to wrap this up because we're getting close. Okay, favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Okay. Didn't even hesitate. Do not go to Pearl. Why not go to Pearl, John? Talk to me. Why would you not go to Pearl Harbor? Oh, Eileen will be there. So she is going to come on the 23rd.
Hey.
Hello, Douglas Chadwick. Good to
I'll
see you,
save
my
you a
friend.
seat next to me, Eileen.
Yeah, I'll be busy working. You ain't sitting next to me. All right. Last question. This is the only serious question I kind of ask of this series. And this one is cool. When the day comes, and it's so far down the line, it's not anything I know that's going to happen early. But when the day comes and you're standing at the pearly gates, and the maitre d' is there to welcome you in, what is it you want them to say to you upon entering?
Who are you and why are you here?
Oh, all right.
That's a
unique one.
Yeah. I like
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. You're off the hot seat. Those questions are done because we're out of time. I can't ask any more. All right. Carlo, it was an absolute honor and pleasure to have you on today. $2, Don't PTSD Me is currently available on Amazon. And then start on March 14th on Amazon. The title of the new book is
If You're Standing Around, You're Wrong.
That's it. Check it out. Get them both. Good resource from a man who's been there and done that, and he's penned it all. Eli, thank you for joining us today, as always, my friend. Good to see you. All right, a lot going on in the coming weeks. If you missed any of it, as soon as this show's over, you can go right back to the Facebook or YouTube channel, watch it again, collect all the information that we talked about. April 3rd is the book signing, and all the dates of things we have coming up on the 17th, 19th, and 23rd. A lot going on. All right, everybody.
You know what? You got 30 minutes to get on Channel 4.
I was just going to say, 12:30 and 30 minutes Eastern Time. Cox Cable Channel 4, Sky 4, The Voice of 757 with Laura and Eli talking about all the goodness that's going on in the Hampton Roads area. With that, be kind to everybody. Why? We are all we have. We'll see you next time right here on Aaron's Hour. Thank you for watching, everybody.
That's all.